Rumors have it that Ripple will repurchase 10 billion XRP tokens. However, David Schwartz also disproves the rumors of a buyback of 10 billion XRP. Deaton says he won't believe the rumor that Ripple is buying back 10 billion XRP as a lawyer. But David Schwartz stated, "We do sometimes buy XRP, but I have no idea what this might possibly allude to." This is not accurate, and there is no citation of any official source. Another rumor suggested that the company's lack of confidence in the value of the currency prevented them from making a buyback of this magnitude. But in actual sense, buying that amount might increase interest and demand, boosting confidence among investors. Before we proceed, simply support our channel by pressing the subscribe and notification bell. The amount of available tokens is typically reduced as a result of buybacks. If the demand for tokens remains constant or increases, their value may rise if there are fewer tokens available. However, that's merely the laws of supply and demand in action. When demand stays the same or increases and supply stays the same or decreases, prices tend to rise. When it comes to summary judgments, how long does it usually take? Would appear that the public does not have a lot of faith in Judge Torres. According to Crypto Bull, the delay in Judge Torres' ruling in the case of the American Civil Liberties Union and Ripple undermines public trust in the judicial system. Almost 3 months have passed since the date many specialists predicted the ruling would be made. The XRP community will view this in an unfavorable light because of this. The applications submitted by Ripple and the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission were partially allowed and partially refused by Judge Annalisa Torres on March 6, 2023. It's already been over 100 days since then, and we're still waiting for the summary decision. Let's pretend an exchange decides against listing XRP, despite the fact that doing so would be beneficial to their bottom line. It seems to me that many other securities law experts would agree with me that the chair's perspective is overly broad. However, this situation involves 2 separate lawsuits. In my opinion, the question of whether or not a given cryptocurrency constitutes a security is at the heart of the Coinbase scenario, whereas the allegations of fraud at Binance are more peripheral. Since the Ripple action was filed, Judge Torres has been given over 1,500 new cases to handle. According to attorney Deaton, millions of new XRP users were drawn by the Ripple SEC case. According to attorney Deaton, the SECs and the case brought Ripple and Brad Garlinghouse to the attention of a far larger number of XRP holders than ever before. More than 4 million unique XRP addresses exist. Some current XRP holders may be unaware of Ripple's existence. A lawyer I was talking to pointed out that some of the affidavits were signed by people who acquired XRP in January or February 2021, long after the action had been filed. How plausible do you find this to be? Check out the addresses, I said in answer. China, South Korea, New Zealand, and Australia. The Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, in the United States may not be on the radar of everyone. Expert on exchange, traded funds her. Recently, numerous exchange-traded fund ETF providers, including Blackrock, have entered the Bitcoin market. Despite widespread knowledge that the SEC and Gary Gensler are dead set against it, everyone speculated that the SEC would reject a Bitcoin ETF for the same reasons it has rejected everything else. But now I find myself questioning why I don't see what Blackrock expects to gain. That work. You will be confronted with your preferred topic at every turn. There is no simple response I can provide when people question me about it. Every time I come here, I feel like I'm missing something. The Bitcoin ETF that BlackRock has suddenly applied for is spot Bitcoin rather than a futures-based ETF. This was met with a resounding no from Gensler. However, from a custody perspective, they are combining forces with some strong allies. Bank of New York Mellon, Coinbase, and a surveillance arrangement with Nasdaq will contribute to the security of the system. They want the SEC to accept their application, so they're making sure to demonstrate that they've taken all necessary precautions. In a statement reported by CoinDesk, the CEO of Laser Digital claimed that the study found that the vast majority of institutional investors consider digital assets to be useful in portfolio management. They see the value in diversifying portfolios and other advantages they provide. The results of the survey of 303 professional investors were unambiguous. They viewed BTC and Ethereum favorably by 82 and 80 respectively, and are considering making cryptocurrency investments for themselves or their clients. BlackRock has made what appears to be a calculated move by filing for a Bitcoin ETF with the SEC in the United States. The fund's custodian is the well-known Bitcoin exchange Coinbase. Several additional large financial companies were prompted to apply for Bitcoin ETFs after this development. BlackRock has proposed a Bitcoin ETF, but not everyone is on board with the idea. eToro market analyst Simon Peterson sounded a note of caution, saying that it is not yet apparent what effect the product would have on the market and that it will ultimately depend on consumer demand. Gensler has stated, "We are not going to do anything there until the exchanges are regulated. Thus, we know that Coinbase does not fall under this category. However, what are the chances that this will sway their opinion? They won't be able to pass a law in Congress unless they have unambiguous regulatory authority." He has now given up and is suing everyone he can think of. He is attempting regulation through what amount to formal complaints. There seems to be no way out of this. Would you put your money on anyone other than BlackRock to get the job done? No, I mean, they're the giant, right? What would it imply for Coinbase if they partnered with them and said, "Hey, look, you agree to get regulated. Just think about the impact on Coinbase if even one of institutional assets were allocated to the company." The sums of money involved here are substantial. You're not alone. Plenty of individuals have wondered if this is the right time. Will this actually take place? Again, they won't waste their time, so we'll be following this to the letter. Do not think that BlackRock is, if they don't believe they can do anything here, struggle for elucidation must proceed. The case has been completely briefed according to crypto legislation and is currently awaiting a decision. Brad notes that Hinman received millions of dollars from a law firm that was part of an alliance with others who had a vested interest in the speech. The unsealing of the documents provides an opportunity to highlight the regulatory confusion, ostensibly from a vantage point of or near the end of the process. But look at what it's doing to the industry. I don't think it can sway the case, but it can affect congressional perceptions, so we have two items to discuss. Massive Democratic donations to BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF and Ripple's open letter to its backers, highlighting Hinman's conflicts of interest, have galvanized public support for reform. According to Deaton, there are more conflicts of interest in the Ripple XRP SEC action than in simply the Hinman docs. Deaton stated that former SEC chief Jay Clayton's law firm had connections to both Consensus and Ethereum co-founder Joseph Lubin, while Sullivan Cromwell helped organize the acquisition of Quorum and GPM Coin from JP Morgan by Consensus. Clayton's old law partner ended up working there as deputy general counsel. Deaton also brought attention to the fact that SEC Commissioner Joseph Grunfest had obvious reservations about the SEC's plan to suit XRP. During Clayton's confirmation hearing, Deaton expressed similar concerns about the candidate's motivations. Clayton lied under oath to U.S. Senator Elizabeth Warren that he would not vote against an enforcement action involving one of his law firm's clients. Instead, he voted to bring a lawsuit against Ripple. That will be all for now. Kindly support our channel by pressing the subscribe and notification bell. Thank you for watching.